what we do, as what we do as marketing agency. That clarity is part of achieving your results. It's part of what we do. So the last thing I want to mention of what I do is that I love to make everyone a bestseller. If you have a book coming out, let's make you a bestseller on Amazon. So I can guarantee to do that for you. I do that for all my clients who pay for the service. If you've got a book coming out soon, let's make you a bestseller. If you've got a book that's recently released, I can still make you a bestseller. As long as it's a decent book and helps people, then let's make you, get the full benefits of writing your knowledge into a book. So these audio rooms will help people organize, fill, deliver. So that's part of our expertise. So we're working with people to write their books based on the audio rooms that we'll do with them. That's another one of my expertise that I'm excited about for the year ahead. So with this audio rooms, I don't do any audio rooms by myself. My amazing co-hosts like Donna make these rooms happen really. So I'll let Donna tell you who she is, and then she'll lead our conversation. Donna, it's all yours.
Thanks a million, Anna. Lovely intro. And folks, you are so welcome. I see so many beautiful faces that I'm familiar with, and so many beautiful faces that are new as well. So all of you, I will always start. You are exactly where you're meant to be right now in this moment in time. If you have a pen and a bit of paper, just grab it. If you have goals written down, grab them, have them in front of you. If you don't worry about it, just go with the flow. Set your intention for today's audio event. Set your intention for the year if you haven't already. What do you desire to achieve? Who do you desire to be right now to become your goal achieved right now in this moment with your actions, with your thought process, with moving into 2024? 2023 is gone. It's gone, it's disappeared, it's finished. And so all we have now is this moment. And so for those that don't know me, my name is Donna Martin. I'm founder of the Good Life Approach, and I help specifically business owners and leaders to thrive through intentional design, through that intentional creation of your own good life. Because we're all unique, and it's whatever that good life looks like and feels like for you. I do this, I'm a mindset consultant and I'm NLP certified in breakthrough coaching and as a neuro-linguistic practitioner. I've over 15 years experience previously as a nurse. I've had 3 huge, big emotional impacts in my own life, which I have curated and now utilize the wisdom in that. I use intuitive coaching and mentoring. It's a skill set that I've developed from a very young age to help me adapt and thrive in my own life. And if you're interested, you can check out my main page and join our Good Life community for more tips and tools. We have amazing stuff happening this year, folks. As the Good Life Approach, it's meeting you where you're at, and it's aligning both your personal and professional lives, because without, you can't have one without the other. If one's aligned and one isn't, you will quickly continue to spin your wheels and crash and burn at some point. So this is about you aligning your personal and professional goals so that they work for you in your world. I'm a mommy to 3 young boys, and so my world is adjusting to school holidays, to sickness, to flow, that they're part of my priority because they're part of my world, they're part of me, they're part of my values and vision. And it's having that flexibility in both time and money. So today, when we're talking about goals, if you are a business owner, if you are a leader, if you're looking for that promotion, if you have been leading by example in your life in the workspace, if you've been leading in your business, I want you to just take a minute and ask yourself, what have you been calling in? What goals have you created now, as Annie said, for 2024? Because when we do stuff, it's not like you turn a page and 2024 is here and all of a sudden you ignore the goals from 2023 that you haven't achieved and you flip it and change. It's about aligning to the authentic you that is coming forward every single moment of every single day, because your level of awareness continuously changes. as you join rooms like this, as you ask yourself a better question, as you write down with that pen and paper and say, okay, so what is my goal? Do I have one? What am I looking to achieve here? If you don't know and you're not sure, that's okay. It's where you're at. There's no judgment, there's no right, there's no wrong. It's where you're at. So begin this year by setting an intention that where you're at is exactly where you're meant to be. Let go of anything that no longer serves you. Let go of any past judgments, fears, anything that you've trailed forward into 2024. Put a layer of neutrality on it. Because when you're neutral, folks, you're lifting up that ego by the ears and you're popping it to the side. And you're saying, okay, then, no judgment, just being neutral. Where am I at? How does my 2024 look? So, how does your 2024 look as a business owner, as a leader in your life? How does it look in your professional world? Are you still spinning your wheels? And what I want you to actually ask yourself, folks, with this goal is, have you thought or considered a theme for 2024? So, my theme, my word, my evolution or process for 2024 is consistency. So, I have it in big bold letters because when we are talking, as me and Annie said, we've done this room for over a year and a half now, and it's being your authentic self in business, being your authentic self in life. And your authenticity comes back to you getting clear, working through the muddy mess, working through the questions in your head, working through the things that show up for you,
Mm.
working through why has this idea come into my head about a goal? Why have all these things come into my desires, come onto my radar?
Mm.
Is this making sense so far, folks?
Yeah.
Because I want you to follow along. I want you to be engaged. I want you to not just kind of half listen and scroll at something else, but have your intention on this call to serve you so that you can take away what you need right now in this process. So, what is your goal? Have you written something down? And if you have, or if you haven't, if you do SMART goals, for me, I do ABC goals. Everybody's different, so do what's in alignment with you. And I'll speak more if you aren't sure about goals or you've done a certain process and it hasn't worked for you to date or you don't feel it resonates. I have something coming up at the end of the month which I'll discuss a bit further. But for now, it's about what have you written out? Have you wrote out anything that you desire for your business, for your personal life? I always start a goal by writing, I am so happy and grateful now that. And it's a really good one that I teach clients because whatever follows the two words I am, it follows you. So I am tired, I am fed up, I am burnt out, I am exhausted, I am no good at this, I am afraid, I am worried, I am broke, I am not attracting the right clients. I am not attracting the right people to work with me in my business. That is one that I've heard massively, massively, massively. And for any business owners, can you relate to this? Or any team leaders, can you relate to this? All the resounding message over the Christmas holidays was from business owners who cannot get the right staff, who are not attracting the right people with the right qualities, with the right attributes, with the right values to be a part of the business. These people need to excel forward. And so if you look at all these different elements, your goal, yes, it can focus on a money orientation because that's part of the energy. But is your goal aligned to your values? Is it aligned to the personal side of your life so that everything flows consistently and feels right for you? Are you spending too much time in your business and not enough with family, not enough with the people that matter? Is your relationship struggling? Is your marriage struggling? Is your relationship with your kids struggling? With your friends, with your relatives struggling? It is about being present in the now. And so the next question I want you to ask yourself, folks, is why? What is your why? Why do you get up in the morning? Why did you come on this call? Why did you even bother taking a beat to write out a goal? Why did you learn specific things? Why have you done certain programs, certain courses to develop yourself? Why do you want what you want? Show of hands, how many people have a goal at the moment? How many people have a goal that they're happy with? Excellent. And how many of you know in an instant what your why is?
I do.
How many of you feel that why? How many of you, when I've said to you about goals and you're sitting looking at it and you've maybe wrote out a goal card and you have it all around your radar, how many of you have that strong connection to your heart center that automatically excites you, that ignites you, that tugs at you, that's yes, this is my why. So when you get that slap in the face, when the universe and life happens, when something is thrown in your path, you jump straight back into your why so that you keep your head up, that you keep showing up, that you keep consistently moving forward one step, 1% at a time. How many of you have that?
I feel the joy.
This is powerful, folks. Absolutely powerful. Because now I want you to ask yourself, is your goal that you have written, is it intertwined not just in your business, but in your personal life? Have you considered how your business goal and your personal goal actually intertwine? Have you just written a business goal?
No.
Have you just written a personal goal?
No.
Have you actually interweaved these to see how they actually flow together in being your authentic self? Do these feel right for you? Do you know what your values are in your business? Do you know what your values are in your professional life? What are your values in your personal life? And are they intertwined? Are they ingrained into your goal that you're calling forward? And the reason that I get you to ask this, the reason this is so important to consider this, folks, is because when you have that strong enough why, when the word shows up, you will continue to persist. But when you are being true to your values, when you're standing in your truth of what brings you joy, what brings you happiness, what lights you up, that is when you build your life from a place of simplicity, ease, flow, and fun. That's when you open your heart. That's when you are in a resting state, when you are in a higher abundance, a higher vibration of frequency to manifest your desires, when you're in tune and alignment with you, when you're in tune with your happiness, you will bring more wealth. When you're in tune with what you really desire to do, what really lights you up, what you really love doing, your passion, your purpose, you will attract more of the right people to help. You will attract more of the right people to support you in your business, to support you in your role in your leadership, to support you in your life and your personal. You will align to more like minded people that connect with you in your word. Is this making sense?
Yeah, of course it is.
And Annie, I'm going to ask you to come on with this, but I want to do a few more shout outs because I see we have the phenomenal Mike. Mike, it is absolutely brilliant to see you. Thank you for joining. Chanda, Manisha, Chelsea, Desmond, you're back down the bottom there. Daniel, thank you for your messages. Dr. Ras, it's great to see you.
Mm.
Melvin, great to have you back on. We have the beautiful Paulette, Happy New Year. Jasmine,
Yeah.
Brian, brilliant to see you, Brian. Jessica, we have some phenomenal people here, brother Charlie. It's great to see you. Francis Marie and Chillis and Deirdre. Happy New Year and Miranda. So, Annie, would you like, before we bring people up and to do these questions as well, has anybody actually, if you have any questions, pop your hand up as well, and we're happy to share. And if you want to just put stuff in the message, send myself a message. I'm happy to answer it as well while we go. Any for you goals and these three scenarios, because this is something as a client of mine that we work through on a regular basis. Is there
Mm.
anything you've got from this that you would like to share that could benefit the audience here?
Oh, this, it was an interesting exercise for me. So I remember when we first started doing goals last year, I struggled to write one, to be honest. So this time I've written a page for each of the questions, which is quite surprising to me because what I don't write very often. But literally, once I started, I think for me it's about being honest with myself. I mentioned for those who weren't here right at the beginning, I have a vision of making my company one of the top 5 marketing agencies in the world. Now that's it's scary. Is it doable? Of course, it's doable. Was that one of my goals when I started my company 10 years ago? Of course, it was. But somewhere along the lines, I lost confidence that was ever possible. And really, I just thought I'm never going to get there. No, it's not going to happen. It's only by working on my mindsets, with you, Donna, that I've realized literally anything is possible. Everything is possible. Why not? Maybe working through 2023, where I feel like I've found a place in the world. It's a strange feeling. I've read a couple of books over Christmas, probably more than a couple of books, to be fair. And I literally, the question that kept coming up is, why not? Why say you can't when you can? Why think you? Everything that I can do is in my head. Everything that I do is in my head. And if I don't dare to say, here's what I want to achieve, and then I'm willing to work towards it, and like you said, Donna, the why is important enough, then we'll carry on thinking small. And I think the one thing I've learned in the year that's passed is, open your mind and literally dare to aim you know, for greatness, and greatness will come your way. That's just how the world works. And maybe in all of this as well, that I'll say I've got more clarity. I've learned to be more granular, more specific. One of the books I read was, I guess, The Art of Acting by Stella Adler. You might be wondering why I'm not an actor. Of course, I'm not. No, but I think I was watching something. I was reading another book that mentioned. I think Bob Proctor mentioned that the guy read Stella Adler's book, and what she does basically is break acting down into specifics. Acting is not just reading a script. Acting is about feeling everything. When you learn to feel, lifting a cup on stage, it's not just lifting a cup. It's in your muscles, it's in your face, your expressions in your face, it's the weight of the cup that you have to convey to the audience. When trying to describe the sky to an audience, you have to imagine what that really takes. And what I took from that is simply if I could envision my goals with that sort of clarity, everyone here who does mindset knows that you're nearer to achieving the goal when you can see it, feel it, touch it. For all things happen first in our minds and in our reality. So many of us understand, we know this, but when it comes to actually doing it, we have this. I've always had this problem of I can't see what I can't see. I can't see what I can't touch. But I'm learning that you can bring that crystal vision to your mind. So that's why I've written so much. It's been, it's a liberating experience, Donna. It gives me something to work towards. It gives me, hope, gives me joy, gives me a sense of possibilities, a sense of greatness that's coming. Everyone here who I've messaged personally, I'm sure I've put in the message, let's make 2024 our greatest year ever together. I truly believe that's possible. I truly believe that's doable. That's what I intend to do this year. You asked, Donna, that's the answer.
Ask and you will receive. And
there you go.
So true. And coming back to your point there on clarity, clarity is key because when we understand how we actually operate, not just on this physical body, but we have an intellect and educated mind, which also gives us an option, gives us the choice to either accept an idea or reject it. It gives us the choice to, well, we have the power to accept a feeling that we hold or reject that feeling or switch it for something better. We have these choices. And this is something that I didn't know until I learned it, and I learned the hard way because it took me down a path, a spiral that I didn't realize I was unintentionally creating in my own world. So if you're new to mindset, if you're new to how we operate in this physical bag of bones, if you're new to how our energetic cells move around the body, how they flow, how they interact with the physical action that we take, how they interact with the flow of our thought processes and our feelings to actually manifest and make real every result in our life. This is something that I highly recommend that you look at from where you're at with your level of awareness because it's the awareness ladder is never ending. When I say that we are exactly where we're meant to be in this moment in time, I truly believe that we are, for me and my growth, for you and your growth, we are here to learn. A goal is not to get, a goal is for you to grow, to expand, to elevate in becoming every day the best version of you that you can possibly be right now, not for the future, not for tomorrow, but for today, in how you live and how you show up. And so when we're talking about goals, when people go gung ho, and when they're all about the New Year resolutions, resolutions aren't something that I ever done because I think it, I believe that what you're doing has to be sustainable. So it's about you and asking yourself, what are your beliefs? What do you believe is true for you? Do you believe that you're worthy of the goal that you're asking for? Do you believe that you dare even speak it? Do you believe that you dare even think it or feel it? Do you feel a bit funny? Do you feel like a fraud? Do you feel like an imposter showing up doing what you're currently doing? Do you procrastinate a lot and give out because you haven't accepted that you are this phenomenal being with infinite potential and that you deserve greatness? Do you believe that you're worthy to live the life that you want to live? Because everything comes back to you. You're on this call for a reason. You've come to me and Annie's audio events for a reason. Because we are always seeking, we are always looking to expand, to learn, to know. And so everyone that's on this call, you have came here, whether it's out of curiosity, whether you've been working on something and you have a specific thing in mind, a specific question, something you're looking to get answered, Use your intellect to decide, do I need to ask a question? Do I need to message Donna or Amy?
Mm.
Do I need to look around this room and connect with somebody else in here? Because there's always a reason. They need a bit of clarity because when we are creating, folks, a goal is to give you that clarity so you can connect on your three levels of being, so that you can connect intellectually and give yourself that clear written statement that you can create through the power of repetition to ingrain that into your cellular DNA, into your thought process. And as you rightly said, their feeling is the secret. So it's about using your higher superpower of your imagination that we're all gifted. It's about going into not just your memory bank of woe me, of this happened before, of what ifs, but it's about going in and actually saying, right, okay, I'm going to use my educated mind, my intellect. I'm going to use this power that I have, that I'm in control of, because I'm the boss of me. I think for me, you feel for you, and you act for you. So if you're in control of you, what are you going to willfully use your intellect for? What are you going to willfully choose to feel? What are you going to willfully use to repeat, to write out, and repeat to ingrain in your cells so that you are consciously changing those thought processes? What are you going to focus on and actually confirm to yourself? Because you can only think one thought at a time.
Mm.
You can only think either I am worthy or I am not worthy, but they have the polar opposite feelings. And if you're asking for a specific goal, but you're in a lower vibration of a I'm not worthy, then you're going to attract more of I am not worthy because that's what the universe hears. It's like a sat nav, folks. It's like putting an order on the Amazon. You don't order a size 5 pink Nike shoe and expect a black Nike runner size 10. You expect your size 5 pink Nikes. And so, this is what I urge you to think about and even write down when you're creating your goals. If you're not clear, start this process of these three questions. Gain clarity. And if you need help, ask, message me, book a discovery call, book that session where you can have that strategy to go a bit deeper. So, Annie, do you want? I see the beautiful Michael here is up. Michael,